Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So I have been making some quick, easy tickets. Here I've done my vintage autumnal look, and then I've done sort of a black and white version in a different orientation. And then I'm showing you potentials of using it, so they could be little toppers on a tag, or they could be on a journaling card, or you could even turn them into a greetings card. I've not stuck this down, this is just an example. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I made them. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. I do card making as well as junk journaling, and sometimes I make 3D products as well. So if you like what I do, please hit that subscribe button and press the bell so you'll know when I upload a video. And please leave me a comment and tell me, what do you prefer? Do you prefer my junk journals? Do you prefer my card making, my 3D projects, or do you just like them all? Okay, I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so I'm going to use this rustic, what's it called? Rustic Harvest DSP. I've got lots of leaves already cut out, which I did on my scan and cut. I'm going to use this sheet here. This is the page that I cut the leaves out of. It wouldn't do this leaf because it wanted to cut out each leaf separately, and normally when it does that I draw a line around it in pencil, but obviously it's black on the back. I didn't think it would show up, never tested it out. I'm assuming it wouldn't. So quick, easy tickets. So I am just going to cut, so it's 12 inches long. I mean any size paper that you've got. So let's cut one at 1 inch. And I'm going to do one at 1.5 inches, which I know is to the end there. Just so you see. No, I didn't go 1.5, went 1.25. I think 1.5 was a bit too wide. So yeah, 1.25 I went. So there we go. And as it's 12 inches long, it will go nicely into 3 inches. I think for this 1.25, 3 inches is quite, or should I go 2.5? 2.5, then we'll have a little extra on the end. So 2.5, 5. Put that crease at the 2.5. Can't see it now. 2.5 is that one. There we go. Doesn't matter if they're not exact, just helps a little bit in the next stage. 2.5. You could just fold them. Now obviously we're going to have just a 2 inch at the bottom there, but that's okay, because if you add a load of tickets you might have had a bit ripped off. So in ticket style I'm gonna fold them up. Now they're not exact because I didn't use my school board, but I'm not bothered about that. I might do this one on the school board so that I don't have that issue. Now I've had that issue. First time I made that, I just randomly folded them. But I'm going to do it on the scoreboard now. And I think as these are littler, I'm going to do 2 inches on these. So score at 2, score at 4, 6, 8 and 10. There we are. So I could do flip flappy with these. go. So there is those done. Gonna give them a bit of a burnish. So this one is more random, but that's okay. Now I'm going to use my handheld hole punch. You might have a little circle punch. I do have a 1/2 inch circle punch. That would work as well. And I'm just going to do, and I'm going to do it whilst they're like this, which is why I'm using my handheld circle punch, because it will go through these better. You might have a crocodile, and it does have a bigger hole. It's not quite as big as this one. That would work as well. I wanted slightly bigger holes. So usually you have like a metal thing on here that collects the paper. I took it off so I can see my hole. And so I'm just doing slightly less than a 1/2 circle there, and then she moved it, eyeballing for the middle, and then why doesn't it want to? It's not happy. It is a bit too thick. It worked in practice, but I maybe didn't use quite so thick paper, so that's not going to work. So I have to do 2 at a time. Do 2 at a time. There we go. That one's got 3. Will it go through 3? Go through 3. So I'll do this edge here. So we've got varying different sizes there of our holes, and then we want the holes at the corners. So I'm going to put that in and go about, so we've got like a quarter of the circle, like so. You could do them this way, so you go in 1/2 circle on one, 1/2 circle on the other. Kind of gives you the same effect. I did do them like all together, but as we've discovered, it doesn't like, oh, it's done that. So that's done a few. That one's already done. And this just giving a bit of a ticket look. I do like something about tickets that are very fashionable in a junk journal. I love a ticket. I keep all my tickets for most places I go, and so maybe that's why journalers like it, because it's like a little reminder. There you can probably see that better on the yellow side. Quite like the yellow side. Could write on the back. So there we go. We're going to do this one in exactly the same way. So I might speed this section up. So that's both sets of tickets done. I'll put them on the yellow side so you can see them a bit better. That one, I suppose I could make a smaller ticket. I was going to say that one, don't matter, that'll just be a short fat one. Bit like me. There we go. So I've got these leaves, which I thought I could decorate with. So I'm going to get them out. Oh. I bought these paper packs, these plastic wallets. I'm not 100% liking them. I prefer my old ones. I find them a bit flimsy. but I needed more, and the other ones I have owned for donkeys, absolutely donkeys. So no idea where I got them. So I just thought that these would look good on top. And then the ticket could either be a sort of a belly band, it could be decoration on the side of a page, or they could be ripped up, and then you've got like a cluster for someone else, really. So there's I think those big ones. I think I'll put another big one on there, quite like that, and do the same on this one, but they are slightly smaller, so I can use these little leaves. Just simple, really. Simple leaf. And I'll probably add a word. I might do these ones vertically, so I'll have them one going that way. I might have these ones going vertically, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. So you can see the difference. There we are. So that is that. Might use some more leaves in a sec, but for now I'm just gonna scoot them up to the side. So that's that. And then I thought we'd have a little bit of decoration. So I've got these already pre-cut, using various dies. So these have obviously been vintaged up, so I'm either got to cut some white ones or vintage these up a little bit. So I'm gonna maybe do that. So let's just scoot that lot off. I think that will take the colour quite well over that. Yes, cooking on gas. So I might put some more ink on my brush, and then I can ink the leaves as well. I am going to be making an autumn journal for a swap. It's a mini journal, so these would be nice little tags. Might do one vintaged and one not, so that's the difference. And let's get these a nice vintage colour. I might actually bring in Cajun Craze, which is the colour on the back, which is very autumnal. I got one missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, no. Right, now I'm thinking Cajun Craze. Colour I love and don't use very often. So, might get my Cajun Craze sponge dauber to sponge it on. If I can find the correct box without causing too many issues. There we go. No, that's neutrals. I read that from afar and I thought it said Regals, but it doesn't. Here's my Regals. Oh, I haven't got a dauber. That's not even Cajun Craze. That's Cajun Craze. There we go. So, have a bit of this. So I might just dab a bit in the middle of the leaves. Give them a bit more of an autumn colour. Could come in with other colours actually. You get like nice reds as well, don't you? Get yellows as well, don't you? I love the colours of autumn. Just love them. So let's look for my cherry cobbler or my real red. That's real red. That's cherry cobbler. I like cherry cobbler. It's a nice rich red. One of the first stamp pads I bought with Stampin' Up. I'm going to put a bit of red around the edges. Now these leaves are turning quite autumnal. Probably not correct in nature, but now I might put a little bit of pumpkin pie orange. Yeah, kind of sticking to the Regals because I do think they're quite autumnal. In no, that's not. Yes, it is. Thought it was crushed curry. So let's just put a little bit of orange. On here. I think they're turning very richly autumnal now. Yeah, liking that. And now I'm wondering if I need to add some extra colour on the background. No, I think actually those colours really nicely pop. I might swap that one because we've got a smaller one there. Just in case I use this as a whole strip. Mind you, it's 12 inches long. You're not going to use that as a whole strip, Jez, are you? There we go. So I've got that. So now I'm going to put these on. Because they're pretty. So just rip a bit of this off. So it now needs a bit of inking at the end there. Yep, that underneath. I'm liking that. Liking that a lot. So doing them all sort of matchy-matchy. Saves you thinking about things. And there it is. I was like, where's the bit gone? Now I'm going to rip the other end. So I love this die, so it's giving you the look of a ripped out exercise book. You know, pad, ring band pad. You can get punches that do that. I think I might stick with that one rather than go for that one. So actually, when I bought this, well, I didn't buy this. This was a prize, well, a gift, really. It was really this die that I wanted. Quite extravagant, getting a whole die set just for that. Let me find the die set for you so you know which one I am talking about. It's this one. It's called Happiness Blooms, and it's got 2 dies that I quite like. So this is the one I've used with the holes, and then it's got one that's got the straight slots, both very lovely. And then there's this die which I found actually I use a lot. These cut out the stamped images of the stamp set that goes with this. Not used them at all. Actually, not used them at all. That's not to say I won't, but so far I haven't used them. So we got that, liking that. So now I want a word, really. I want a word. Now, autumn or fall, as they say in other parts of the world. I know we're going to do a Thanksgiving, so I could have like a gratitude saying on that. That might be quite nice. I could just leave it like that, to be fair. No, it does need something else. Kind of rule of 3, it needs something else. So I'm just going to check out what I could use. Okay, I've gone through my stamp sets, and so I want to pick out 5 words. I want them little, and I'm going to get some black card, and I think I'm going to heat emboss in white on it, and then I might colour it, the white embossing. That's my idea. I like sentiments that are like white on a black background. I really like it, and it's got to be small. So I think I'm going to isolate that love there. And that kind. Could do heartfelt love. I quite like that. On this one, in this sentiment here, I quite liked Nature's Beauty, which I thought worked really well with something that we're celebrating autumn. We've got Healing Thoughts. That's quite nice. On this one, Lots of Thanks. Thought that goes quite well with Thanksgiving, doesn't it? Yep. And on this one, got Whatever Brings You Happiness. I quite liked that. I thought that might work well. We've got on this one, I did think that these might be a little bit big, but we got Heartfelt and Wildly Grateful, which I think might be a bit too big. And on this one, there's a little kindness there and a friend there. So I think we might stamp a few of those around, and then I can have some spares. And I have got this set to do as well, so I'm going to get those ready. There we are. So I've got all my stamps ready. I've got some basic black cardstock here. It's from my scraps. So I'm just gonna stamp all of this. and then we'll cut out the bits we need. There we go. So I wasn't sure if I needed the second one, so I am going to be cutting bits of these out. That one just needs a kind. It's got a bit extra as well. What do we want here? Kindness. So that just wants that bit on the end. I'm stamping blind here because I can't actually see. I think there's quite a few in this sentiment that I'd take out. I don't normally go all wishy-washy. I need to just put that down and pick it up. I think I placed it on and so it's a bit distorted. But I am embracing the Thanksgiving. Because we are going to be having a Thanksgiving dinner. Now we have an American in the family. So there we go, done that. So now I'm just going to put my my white embossing powder on this. Oh, helps if you use your spoon the right way up, Jez. Powder doesn't tend to cling to the back of the spoon. Funny that. Of course, I have no idea where I've stamped. Clearly didn't stamp anywhere on that bit. Didn't use my embossing buddy. Thought about it. Thought, oh, embossing buddy, Jez. And then completely forgot. Oh, that was just partial stamps one because I only want bits. Anything else? No. No, no, no. Right. Give it all a bit of a flick. And then I'm going to come in with a brush and brush off bits I don't want. Right, so it is quite easy to brush off. Just got to be careful. Don't actually brush off the bits you do want. There is a few stray bits. Not bothered, I'm not going for perfection. That ship sailed a long time ago. I used to be a bit of a perfectionist, but not anymore. I should have used my embossing buddy, but actually I'm probably not going to use much of that. There we go. So now I need my heat tool to watch the magic. And I've got so many little bits on my desk. This just could all be a disaster. I'm gonna do them further up. Right, so you might want to lower your volume a bit. So I go from underneath, then I'm not blowing hot air down on my desk. So that's going now. There we go, managed to do all that without the obvious disaster that could have potentially happened. So now, engage your glasses, Jez. Get your long scissors and let's get them cut out. So Now I might do lots of thanks, or I could just do thanks. So I'm actually thinking that I'm gonna try and colour them before I pop them down. So I'm going to use soft suede. Now I'm actually thinking some of these little ones I'm going to put on the other side, on the other tickets, which I might not make vintage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might do those ones. So I'm just going to colour the bigger sayings. So just go over. So this is a light soft suede blend, which is Stampin' Up! Alcohol markers. You get a light and a dark in each, I think. Might change my mind, go for the dark. Yeah, I prefer the dark. I think that's going to be very cool. Very cool. Just think it's slightly easier doing this whilst they're still on the card. I don't know which bits I'm going to use out of this. I'm just colouring in it all. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. Done something quite a little bit wrong there, but doesn't matter. So you might have, well, I do actually have some words, kind of, you know, white on black, but they don't all, I know they don't all have what I want. So I'm just going to cut these down, and then I've got a card you can't see. Moved it out of the way because I thought it might go all blowy. So let's just bring that into shot on the side there. So just a little kind. Totally. It's because I've got my glasses on and I'm can't see far away with them. There. Just like that. That's what I'm going for. And I'm going to cut some more of these out in white, I think, to go on it. Kindness, that's lovely. So we've got a kindness over there. We're going to have a love. Going to have to do another. Now sometimes I cut these with a little bit of a slant end. Gone for straight on these, just because I felt like it. Now then, so that's my idea. These could be used on anything. You could use them on a little note card. So I'm going to go for heartfelt love. So these could be on a nameplate of a Thanksgiving table. A little Thanksgiving gift, little topper. What have we got? I'm going to go for caring. Might do caring thoughts. Might keep all these words. They might make up something like a ransom note. Yeah, might do caring thoughts over there. Do that a bit straighter. So we've got whatever brings you happiness. Quite like that. And then I really like Nature's Beauty. Healing Thoughts is nice as well. So that is my idea there for that one. I'm just going to do this one. There's one missing, isn't there? Because I could have had one of them as white. But I didn't. Actually, to get that true out, I'm gonna lose a bit of that friend. So we're just gonna go true. So true. Funny how they're just going all breaking into song there. Can't. Tony Hadley, love him. Saw him not very long ago. Well, June. He was amazing. I've seen him a few times. That was the best performance the last time I saw him. There we go. Also saw him in a pub once in the 80s. They were playing St Austell. We were in Exeter because that's where we lived, and just having a pint. And suddenly in walks Bandar Ballet. Having a quick pint before they head down to St Austell. It was amazing. We've just sort of sat there going, we're just going to be really cool and not go and talk to them and not get their autograph. Probably regret that. Right, so let's get them all stuck down. So I'm going to clean up a little bit so I can stick them down. Okay, so I've tidied it all away. I did the couple of words in the white that were missing and then cut these out as well so that I can use these on that. I'm gonna go a little bit neater, I think, on this one. Let's see how wide is it is. 4. Right, I think we're gonna have to do 3. So this is the other die. Yeah, I just think it gives it a nice little accent to make it pop on there, and then that will simply go on like that. Yeah, there's a bit of me that's thinking about doing a black and white album journal. Just thoughts. Got loads of black and white paper. So I was thinking about that. So these would be cool for that. Ready little embellishments. Just stick them on there. Oh, it was just the right size. That was lucky, wasn't it? Go in 3, 1 up there, 1 up there. Right. So I'm going to stick them together. I'll just do one and then I'll do the rest in time lapse. So I'm not doing anything more than what you see, really. So I'm going to put a bit of glue along the base of that and stick that on it. I love the way these leaves turned out. Very autumnal or fall. There we go. That's it done. So I'm going to get those all stuck down, but I'll do it in time lapse. Okay, so they're all finished, and then I just thought we'd have a little look at how they could be used. So they could, so 4 of those could go down the side of a page, or it could edge a pocket on a page as well. So they're quite pretty, or they could be used on their own. And I thought, oh, we could put them on tags, and so you could cut or rip. I'm going to cut here. There. That would fit on top of a tag there. So this is my tailor-made tags. Love them. They're got stitch details. I only did one in the end. So you can get one with a straight edge top and one with a fancy top, and you've got this stitching detail around them. So that could just go on like that. But then I thought, oh, let's put some interest behind it. So I thought, we're a sort of fall autumnal sunflowers. I think they're still around. We've got a beautiful array of sunflowers on the corner of our street, actually, which is very lovely. So I thought, I've got my sunflower mounted there. I'm going to get some black ink for this. I thought this just might be quite nice in the background. On that. And then that's stuck on there. I'll finish that off in a minute. I'm going to put it on this one as well. So we'll make a journaling card as well. Then if I do decide to make my black and white journal, I've got it. Or I could use these on top of the card. I might go central there. And then we'll take another one. And that will just go on there like so. So I'll just finish those off with a bit of glue to glue them down. Can't find my glue right now. I've had a little bit of a tidy. And would you believe I actually put it in its rightful place? I like it at all. So stick that down on there, slightly to the side. And that's a nice journaling card. It could also go on the top of a card. I'll have a look at what that looks like in a second. Let's finish this one off. I'm going to cut out a ring for the top. And we'll put that to one side. And then we've got others saved for something else. Right, and then we're going to do for these. So I've got some tea-dyed card here. So I'm just going to cut that up to a nice sort of journaling card size. I think that might be too... Oh, I think that might work. I was just thinking about how to get my better value out of my card. So that's in half. Might rip these and then can ink the edge. So goes on there quite nicely. And I could put sunflower in the background, but I don't want... Do I want to do black? Should I do black for dramatic effect? I was going to go... No, I will go for soft suede. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go for soft suede. So just give this a clean. So I would just put these in my stash so that I've got them. Now I'm going soft suede chairs. So I've got them for use as and when I need them. But I just thought I'd give you some ideas of how you could use them and then leave the rest in my stash for other projects. So that is still gonna a little bit off center. That's it. I'm also thinking to give it a nice look, I might do some scoring around the edges just to give it a lift. I might score on the back so I've got the raised on the front. So go 1, 2. Go right on the edge. No, not really. Come in a bit. So this is a quick, easy way to add detail around the card like that. And of course we're going to do a bit of ink blending, because this is the grungy one, and then that should show up those lines a little bit. And on the back, they're sort of debossed on the back and embossed on the front, or the other way around. Never quite sure, to be fair. could round the corners, but as I've done this scoring, I'm going to leave them. So there's that on there. I think that needs a little bit more. And then that can be like a prompt, whatever brings you happiness, for writing on the back. And there's a bit of me that thinks it might look nice with a little bit of some die cut corn. So this has a matching die set. So we've got the sunflower dies, and we've got these bits of corn. I might cut them out. To come up the back, and it kind of matches a little bit, so I might cut them out in, could be really dramatic and cut them out in black. There we are, so those are cut out, and let's see what they look like. I quite like the black dramatic. Just having another thought. How's about that then? I think I prefer that way. I think I might go for that. I cut out some circles for my tag so that I can sort that out. Got some nice black and white gingham ribbon that I think will be good. So stick that up there. And this of course could be a card topper. So I mean, I know lots of people watch me who are card makers, so any tag or journaling card I make could equally be the front of a card as well. This could also go on the front of the journal as well. I think whatever brings you happiness is quite appropriate, particularly if you're doing a gratitude journal. That would work on the front, wouldn't it? I think this might be too big for my mini journal. It's got to be 3 by, I think it's 3 by 4. That over a bit. So there. That is a journaling card, and I say it could equally go on the front of a card. So if I take a black background, I think it would need something in the back there. I think that's too stark, but that works potentially. So let's put our circles around our tags. Put some glue around there. So this tag die set does give you, I was trying to decide there which was, because there is a wrong way and a right way to die cuts. The right way has like a beveled edge, the wrong way doesn't. So, and it cuts different style for the other. Need to poke that pokey tool for the other shape tag. And it's quite handy that it cuts more than one out. Saves a bit of time and a bit of cranking. I'm liking that. Got a bit of the black and white gingham ribbon. I like that. Let's see how much I want. About that much. I'm just going to feed that in from the back. I think I might need my pokey tool. Use my tweezers, easier to say. There we go. Let's give these a snip with my actual sharp scissors that work. There we go. So that's cute. Again, you could pop that on the front of a card with something else in the background. That would be nice. You could use that same DSP in the background. That would work. And then this one, I did cut out a stitch rectangle that's just the one size up to mat on it. Now I could add white to the back, and that could be a journaling card like that, or put a mat on this black card and it would be quite a nice dramatic card there for giving to someone. I'd probably do a bit of stamping in the background if I was going to do that. And yeah, so hope you like those ideas. So I'll keep those in my stash now for using on other projects. Could just be a cluster in the corner of a page, added to a tag, added to a journaling card, or even doing it on a card like that. So do like and subscribe, do share, do comment please. Which you like best? Do we like it in the vintage look, or do we like a nice dramatic black and white? Maybe suggest reasons how you would, or not reasons, but you know, examples of how you would use these tickets. Okay, thank you for joining me, and I'll be back very soon with another video. Bye for now.